Hello, Blake Hart here. Today I am talking about Cloud Supply, and this particular play series Kontakt instrument is making me so happy. It is so good. I can't wait to dive into it. If you haven't heard about it yet, if you haven't looked into it yet, I know there's some other videos out there, but this is really cool. So cool. I recently did another video about several of the play series instruments. You can check that out up here. There's a lot of great instruments. I know sometimes people poo-poo them a little bit, right? Because they're not actual real synthesizers, but they're like a rompler. They're like samples. But what you can do with those samples and how you can tweak them and make the sounds your own, it's just getting better and better. That's all I have to say. And I'm going to show you in this Cloud Supply, like, what's going on here. It's so cool. All the links are below. As always, if you use a link to go and purchase Cloud Supply or anything at Native Instruments, they give me a little tip for sending you their way at no extra cost to you. So I really appreciate you supporting the channel like that. So over at the Native Instruments website, you can go check out more information. It'll explain to you, what's included. So there's 150 presets, melodic, fire for trap, hip hop, drill, and grime. But I have to tell you guys, you can use these sounds for definitely more genres than that. Yes, that's who's targeted here, but these are very, very usable sounds for all kinds of genres. Really everything you can think of. That's how good this is. And it works a little bit differently. There's some different options in this particular play series than we've seen in some other ones, which is really cool. There's like an ARP feature that's like incredible. I don't even know if it's like called like an ARP feature per se. It's like a sequential feature, I think is what they call it. As well as a roll the dice button for your effects, which is, everybody loves a roll the dice button, right? I mean, how fun is it to click on those things? And then more capability to play with your effects as you wish. So a lot of cool things going on here. As usual, the A and B stuff where you can mix and match instruments. And go check it out over here. Kontakt Player. I know sometimes a lot of people ask me about Kontakt players and what you need, but the free version of the Kontakt Player works with these. So if you want to purchase one of these but you don't own Kontakt, you can use the free version to utilize it. And the other thing I want to check out, this was actually done by SNIPE Young, right? So if you don't know who SNIPE Young is, I'll include the link below, as well as one of his beat making videos that there is on YouTube. But this guy has a lot of accolades. He's really legit. And he's also worked in a lot of other sound design for Native Instruments. You can see some of the expansions he's been involved with, done some work for the MPC, lots of cool stuff. He has a lot of credits to his name. And, it's like no joke, like Native Instruments is getting really awesome people to make these really awesome sounds. And he's heavily involved in producing. He has a lot of even recent productions under his name that you will recognize, and it's just really cool. It's really cool, like, to see Native Instruments getting involved with people who just know like what sounds are hot, what we want to use. Link to his website is below too. So I just wanted to put that out there. I've done that with other expansions or different things, but I just think it's important because we don't always think of who the faces, the people are behind the products we're buying. And I think that you need to pay more attention to that. And that is all I will say. With that, let's dive into this. All right, so let's take a look with what I came up with when I was playing around with Cloud Supply, and we'll go. This is the whole song. Actually, pull that out. All right, so the first things that I have are this lead, and this is from Seventh Heaven, and I actually put a lower and a higher one together and pan them so I get that fuller sound. Now this one is called Backham, and it's one of the sequence ones I talked about. So you basically set your key and your scale over here. You have to turn this up or down. Tell it if you're in a minor what you're in, and it goes through the scale, which is really cool. It goes through these. So I said it's not really an ARP. I got this in there. This is, what is this and why is just a little thing. Blanche. The pads, which are Discovery. Really nice pads in here. And then that's it, because the sub that I have going is through Nexus. So, and then these drums are through, if you've never heard of it, this UJam Dope. I'll have links to everything below. This is fun. I actually need to make a video about this. I've been using these a little bit, and they're a lot of fun. Really great for beginners or people just quickly to like lay down beats. All right. So, all right, I'll make sure I save that because I don't want to lose that. And I'm actually going to open up a new live set from here, and we'll load up Cloud Supply and take a look. So the way you load this up, if you're not sure, there's several different ways. You can load it up through an instance of machine in here, complete control, or like I have the push, so I'm just going to load it up through the Kontakt player, and I actually like the Kontakt player better, and the reason why is because it's scalable, it's bigger, I feel like I can see it better when I'm in another DAW, and I hate to say that, I just wish the other things were just more scalable, because I feel like that's what I need on my monitor. So we'll go in here, we'll open up Cloud Supply, and there we have it. And when I say scalable, you can see this window here. I mean, it only gets so big, but you know, it gets bigger. I just feel like it's easier to see. So when you go into Cloud Supply, you can see that there's effects, keys, key splits, lead, mallet, organ, plucks, and all these amazing pads. So we'll go through some of the sounds, I guess, because I feel like that's just, I mean, it's just, they're just amazing. I sort of want to go through the pads first. I don't know what it is, but like good pads just make me so happy. It's like, oh, they're so awesome. So let's just put in C minor again. And here it goes back and forth. Oh, love that one. Love it. And you'll notice like some of these really have a dark flavor to them, which is like the trap, the grime. Like utterly happy. So that gives you an idea of some of the pads. I'm not going to go through every single sound, but the 7 Heaven, that's what I was using before. Really nice. I really love that sound. That's the other one I used. So you can see I didn't even make it far through the presets. And I think, you know, you've spent your money well when you open up something you bought and you are truly inspired by like almost every sound. Like you don't feel like there's bad sounds in there. You hear something, you're like, oh, I can hear a beat from this. I can hear the way I want to use this. Like, that's when it's really exciting, and that's what this series is. You can see, I mean, there's 150, so there's no way we're going to be able to go through every one of them. I just really wanted to give you an idea. So let's take a look at these key splits. Let's see, what is this? This Nino. So first I want to show you that there's the sounds, right? The A and B layer. You can do a ton of different things with these. The effects, like I talked about, you can actually, you know, change how they're wired up here, which is really cool. That I believe is new too. The sequential, you can change what's going on. So this isn't, so maybe I actually misunderstood where the sequential comes from. So I think what key split means is actually the keyboard split in half. For two different types of keys. I think that's what's going on there. We got our macros, and so basically, let me try to find another one that's what I was talking about before, sequential. I don't know what they're called. Point is, they're really cool. So I want to find another one to be able to show you. And maybe I was actually in like a few of those already, and I wasn't holding down. So here we. Actually, that's not. Yeah. So I'm holding down one pad on the push, and you'll see what's happening. Now you have to tell it like what key you're in. So I'm in C minor, so you want to tell it that so it knows. So let's see if we can go. So you'll see which, and you don't have to hold it down. You can just use it as an instrument. But when you hold it down, you get that whole action. And you'll know which one it is because as you see, I'm clicking through each one of these. And then I can see, oh, here's one that's showing me it has this capability. And this is under the sequential tab. So hit the... is it sequential sequence? I don't know what it is. But then you'll see which one has this capability. And that's really cool because to me, it's like, I mean, to talk about either a song starter or a way to fill in a song, and you don't have to do anything but hold one key down. And then you can even change how the steps are working, right? Forward, go backward. So maybe for a different part of the song, you can change this. You can do a mixture of both, right? You can change the steps that you want. You can make it smaller. So let's say if you just like this part, you don't want it to go through the whole thing. Change the gate, which will change the sound of it, obviously. We have a shorter sound. Rates, swing, you name it. this is really cool, really cool, really cool. So I wanted to make sure you guys all saw this capability. To me, this is especially, I mean, come on, this is made to do trap, right? You have all these little simple melodies in trap that just repeat themselves. Sorry, guys, that do trap, but really, I mean, that's a lot of it, right? So very, very cool for that. All right, so I skipped over there because I wanted to make sure I got that so we didn't go through everything. So I guess we just went. So let's check out some of the mallets. I mean, just so much stuff. So much stuff. Yeah, these effects, I'll go and take a look at these so you can sort of get a little idea. And, I mean, you can make these into what you want. Let's roll the dice. So you find different sounds just by rolling the dice under these. Let's roll the dice again. So a lot of different things you can do here. Whoa. But wait, I want to show you. Let's what haven't we? Did we go to plucks? I don't even know. But even under sounds, so we're under this Harrison pluck here that I just chose. I mean, you can roll the dice there. So that's like just a really fun thing to be able to do. And I mean, of course, there's even these. A lot of stuff here to change. I haven't even like dove into this because for me, who like I don't really dive into sound design. I mean, just to hit this button. It's changing so many parameters that it's like, why do I have to play with those buttons? I'll just hit the dice and see what happens. So you can see that this is really cool. It is so cool. Do you want to make a beat? Like, I don't know. I sort of feel like let's make something. So let's take out my good old friend Scalar here. And let's lay down some chords and then we'll like throw like a melody on top of it. I just feel like this is just so fun to play with. Let's do something. Wasn't planning on doing something, but let's just do it. Let's do it. All right, let's just go into C minor because that's what I have my. All right, we'll just take that and I'm gonna drag it. I'll drag it to that. Yeah, that's That's what I'll do, and then I'll just keep duplicating. That is the easiest thing to do. Let's pick a pad here. Let's pick a pad to work on for my that one. Let's see. All right, that's cool. So I'm gonna slide this over here, and we'll start building. So generally, I mean, I'm obviously making this beat very quickly. So with that being said, I'm gonna just keep duplicating this and then pick a new sound. So let's see, let's pick out one of those sequence types of sounds, because those are really cool. Let's try to find one. Let's go into the leads and let's go and see what we can find here. Oh, and I don't know if I pointed out, like, you can change these as well. So one of the things you may find is that this is on like the wrong note. It's on a major, like the note doesn't sound right. You can actually change the note here. And let's say you're like, oh, I know, I don't even want one there. I want to get a little more. Doesn't matter because there's no note playing. I really want to add a note here. I mean, this is like the adjustments that you can make and customize, which is awesome. And then you can say what note you want. It's so cool. All right, we'll take this one. Let's put it in C minor. Actually, let me see, because I'm not sure that's going to complement so well. Sort of like it in the background, actually. Let's loop. Alright, so I'm going to record that. Alright, so for this, I usually just cheat like that, and all we have to do is just extend this out. And we're good to go. Or not. There we go. And let's stay organized. Alright, so let's duplicate this and let's do something else. Let's keep adding on here. So I'd like some kind of lead that's going to be more at the forefront with this one. So let's see what we can find. Let's see. Oh, I like that. Let's see. Make sure this is in. Oh yeah, I like the two of those, so let's go back in here. right, I wasn't recording, but let's go back and... because I sort of liked when I held... Yeah, I'm going to redo that because I found something else that I sort of like a little better. Alright, so here's is what I like. So I'm going to take that off because I messed up. I'm going to move that there. And I held it for too long. So let's see. Let's go back here and let's see what we have. So I think I want this one. This is so cool. So that's that. All right, so we got that. So let's start panning some of these a little bit. All right, let's go. Can we add something else? I mean, really, at this point, you've got your song, right? Is there... I meant to duplicate that. I mean, do you really have to keep adding? Not really, but why not? It's fun, right? We're having fun. All right, so let's see. Let's see if we could throw just one more thing on top of here. Let's look at some of these plucks. And I already looked at that one, so let's see this. All right, I like that little pluck. Let's see what we got. So you could just add that in there. Alright, so we added those little plucks. I didn't have my metronome on, so let's see how I did and how well Ableton will quantize for me. It didn't. Alright, just a few things to fix, right? It's not absolutely horrible. It could be worse. But that's what happens when, number one, you don't put the metronome on. And number two, you're just always not that great at keeping things on time. And this shows you it's not such a big deal, right? You just go back and fix it. So I'd probably change a few of these just because I don't necessarily like where they are when I'm listening back. And it's really just a matter of dragging and dropping them to where they really work nicely with the other things that you have going on. And it's just sometimes can take me a few minutes. So I'm just not going to do it. We have our chords. We have that backing melody that's like sitting back there. We have this lead that's more at the forefront. And then we have these little plucks. And I will name this. And give me this. And let's see if we can throw some drums in here. Just throw a loop on. And what am I in? I'm in 97. Yeah, this is classic, right? That's not a true fit either, but you get it. I like that. So this really just shows you how quickly you can go in and create something with Cloud Supply, and do like even when I did, just keep duplicating and just keep going and building your various aspects of the song. So with that, I'm going to close out this video. Like I said, links, everything I talked about in the description below, especially Cloud Supply. Thank you for tuning in today, and I will see you in another video very soon. Oh wait, I always forget. Maybe this is why my subscribers aren't growing a ton, but I have a ton of views, is click the subscribe button down there, right? Click the subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so that you will see me again in your feed, right? Thank you guys. I'll see you again soon.